Bitcoin ATM scams are a huge problem, and they cost victims billions of dollars a year. In particular, these scams are hurting elderly folks. And recently, a South Carolina law firm filed a class action lawsuit against Bitcoin Depot and Circle K gas stations. And as it turns out, Bitcoin Depot and Circle K make a lot of money from any type of Bitcoin ATM transaction, regardless of whether the transaction is proper or fraudulent. The lawsuit alleges that there should be better safeguards in place to prevent fraud, and that these companies are making money from all types of transactions, including the fraudulent ones, and this is a problem. The lead plaintiff in this class action in South Carolina is Glenda Mooneyham, who is a recently widowed woman in her 70s, and she's from Lexington, right outside of Columbia. The complaint explains how she fell victim to an incredibly sophisticated cryptocurrency scam, and it resulted in her losing $30,000. Now here's how the scam worked. In November of 2023, Ms. Mooneyham received a phone call from some scanners posing as representatives from her bank and the Federal Trade Commission. The scammers claimed that her bank account had been compromised and was under investigation. Then, they convinced her that if she wanted to protect her money, that she needed to withdraw it from her account immediately and deposit it into a Bitcoin wallet via a Bitcoin ATM machine at her local Circle K store. So Mooneyham followed the scammer's instructions and withdrew $15,000 in cash. And then she went down to the Bitcoin ATM and proceeded to deposit $15,000 into this machine, one $100 bill at a time. She was trembling. She was feeling all kinds of anxiety. And so the process of putting that 150 $100 bills into that machine took her over 20 minutes. But this wasn't the end of her nightmare. A few days later, the scammers reached out to her again and convinced her that she needed to pull out another $15,000 out of her savings account and deposit it into this Bitcoin ATM machine. And the lawsuit alleges that nobody made any meaningful effort to intervene. And the gas station folks, Circle K, they didn't train their employees to look out for this type of thing and to intervene and say, hey, that's $15,000. I've been watching you put $100 bills in this machine for a while. Do you know about scams? Like maybe we ought to pump the brakes here. The lawsuit alleges that both Bitcoin Depot and Circle K were aware of these types of scams, and that these scams often target elderly folks. Nevertheless, so the lawsuit alleges, these companies don't take adequate measures to mitigate or prevent the damage caused by these types of scams. Now, hopefully lawsuits like this one will force these types of companies to come up with some sort of safety measure to prevent elderly folks from falling victim to these types of scams. So what can you do if you've been a victim of one of these ATM scams? Well, if you have been a victim of one of these Bitcoin ATM scams and it involved a Bitcoin Depot ATM machine, there is currently a class action going against Bitcoin Depot and Circle K. So if you've been harmed by one of these scams, you should definitely start talking to folks, and we're here to talk to you if you need anything at all. You can call us for free. We'll set up a consultation with you with an attorney, no problem. You can call us at 321-LAWSUIT, or if you'd rather, 321-352-7588. Either of those numbers will get you in touch with somebody at our office, and then we can schedule a consultation with you. And that's free. We're here to talk to you and help you however we can. So, although this class action is still in the early stages, it looks like there's hope, and it looks like things are starting to happen to knock these companies back a little bit and make them take more of an effort to prevent fraudulent transactions. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. That's all I have for you today. And I really appreciate you. Please hit like, subscribe to my channel if this type of thing interests you, and we'll see you at the next video.